Hey everyone, my name's Claire from Pilates Claire. Welcome to the studio. We are looking at a little stretch today, and you can use this as part of your warm up. You can use it if you've got a tight back in the mornings or in the evenings at the end of the day, just to try and loosen everything up. It's based around the cat stretch, which lots of you will know already, and it's just to help get the spine moving and just release a bit of tension through the lower back. There's a few things I want to go over first of all, and that's the hand position and the elbow position. So we're going to do the cat stretch. We do it on all fours, or we can do it on all fours. So we start as the thing to note with your hand position is to have either your middle finger or your pointy finger facing forwards. So you could have the pointing finger facing forwards and your hands will be slightly turned out, or your middle finger facing forwards and the hands, the fingertips will be pointing straight ahead. I personally prefer the pointy finger pointing forwards and with my hands slightly turned out, but it's different for everyone. So just to play around with that position and see which one suits you better. Just try and make sure that both hands are doing the same thing. You don't want one doing one and then the other one turned out a little bit. So try and keep those the same. And then secondly is our elbow position. So if you hyperextend through your arms, as lots of people do, then try and keep a tiny micro bend through your elbows so that you don't go into that hyperextension. I can't show you that because my elbows don't hyperextend. And lastly, the position of our elbow crease, so the inner bit of your elbow. These bits, these two bits here, need to face each other when you're on all fours. So your shoulders are in a slight internal rotation. So what often happens is the elbow creases end up facing forward. So someone's here and they press down through their arms and the elbow crease spins forwards. We don't want that to happen. We want to try and keep them so that they just face each other as best you can. So try and bear those things in mind. And then we're going to come onto all fours and we're going to start with our little stretch. So get your hand position and you want your shoulders directly over your wrists and your knees underneath your hips. And then you're in a neutral position of the spine. Sort out your hand positioning, find that comfy position. Make sure the elbow creases are facing each other, engaging gently through your abs. And then we're going to start just by coming forwards and circling over our hands, nice and slowly. If you've got weak wrists, then you might find this just stretches them out a little bit, but equally you might find it just doesn't feel good at all. And if it doesn't, then don't do it. Simple as that. Circle the other way. And you can make these circles as big or as small as you want to. So just circling around and then finding that neutral position. And then we're just going to come as far forwards as we can, pushing back through the tailbone and then going back and reaching out through the top of the head. So you're keeping the spine nice and long. And just go forwards and backwards. Good. We'll do one more. And then finding that position where your shoulders are over your wrists. And then from here, we're going to come into a cat stretch. We're going to start at the tailbone, and you're going to tuck the tailbone under, lift the low back, the mid back, the upper back, and the head drops down, as if you're going to look towards your belly button. And then uncurl and come from the tailbone, through the low back, the mid back, and the upper back, and the head come back to neutral. Good, so we're going to do that again. Curl under, round, head drops down, and back to neutral. So this time, We're going to come into our round back cat stretch. So we round our back. And then we're going to work just on the lower part of the back. So we're going to uncurl and then round. Just working through the lower back and the pelvis. Lifting those abdominals up to support your back. Keeping those elbow creases facing each other. And we'll do one more. Good. And then round the back into that big cat stretch. And push your hips back. And just sit back on your heels for a little bit of a stretch here. And then you can come up to sitting from here by rolling up like that. And then you can carry on with whatever else you were going to do. Or we can stay sitting here and we can think about pushing the hips forwards. So we go as far forwards as we can. And then keep those hips pushed forwards. Walk your hands back, trying to keep those hips forwards. And then rolling up from there. So see how that feels on your back. Should feel quite nice. Nice little stretch for the lower part of the back. And let me know how you get on. Please like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you soon.